Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is going to be a nice, quick little video about my job in the Air Force, aircrew flight equipment. Let's get it. So, yeah, nonetheless, you know what I'm saying, back at it, El Marco TV. We're just going to talk about my job in the Air Force. I've been getting a good amount of questions, or comments asking me to make a video about my job, so here it is. So, I'm aircrew flight equipment, 1 Papa 031 is the code. So if you got that job, you know, you're researching, looking into it. I know when I was looking for videos about the job, I couldn't find too much, so you know, I thought this would be helpful. So so yeah, aircrew flight equipment, right? So what you really are doing, what it entails is you're working on all equipment for aircrew, whether that's on a heavy plane or on a ejection plane, right? So you have heavies, right, which have a whole bunch of other equipment aside from what a fighter plane would have, right? So workload would be different, obviously. So yeah, so first things first, you're gonna go to basic training, yada yada, finish that. Then you're gonna go to tech school, right? And now our career field is gonna be shredded out. So you're either gonna be shredded to heavies or shredded to ejection fighters, which where it's really at is fighters, because of TDYs and all the cool stuff that they do, and it's just, I think it's better. But you know, I'm on heavies. It is what it is. We'll see how my career goes, right? Anyways, so at tech school it's gonna be shredded, and now what you can expect is a 6-month course rather than what I went through, which was like a 3.5-month course, 3-month course. So yeah, now it's a 6-month course. You're gonna be shredded, like I said. If you're heavies, you're gonna be learning all heavy equipment, floats, you know, parachutes. The parachutes for heavies, not fighters, because it's all different, right? You know, so it'll be more, you know, understandable when you're there, right? The different equipment, you know. So yeah, so you'll finish that out after your 6 months course, and then another thing is, obviously, if you're at heavies, you're only going to go to a heavies base. If you're at fighters or ejection, you're only going to go to an ejection base, right? Ejection is fighters, bombers, something like that, yeah. And then heavies is, you know, C-130, C-17, C-5, C-15, some other plane. But yeah, so basically, when you're working, right, now you're done with tech school, you finish that, which tech school is up at Shepherd Air Force Base, by the way. You could check out one of my other videos on Shepherd Air Force Base. It was a good time. I liked it. Just, you know, make friends, go out, get out your comfort zone, really, and, you know, enjoy it. Everything is an experience, whether it's good or bad. So yeah, so then now you're done with that. Now you're active duty, right? So active duty, what you can expect, at least as far as on the heavy side, is what you can expect as far as the heavy side is a morning, or it's all different. It's all different. It all depends. Everything depends on everything, really. Everything has different variables and scenarios. But from my experience, what you can expect is an early shift. So that's going to be coming in at 5, leaving at 2. And what the early shift is doing really is flight line. So they're going out, making sure all the planes are set, all the planes are good with gear, make sure no inspections are overdue, everything is, you know, good, prepared. You know, any flights that are going out, they're all good and ready to push out, you know, come when the flight time is, which is usually 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever, later on in the day, right? Later on in the morning. Then there's the day shift, the typical, this is the common shift across all the Air Force. Most jobs is like this, 7:30 to 4:30. You know, lunch at 11 or 12 for an hour. And then you have, this is where it kind of gets different, right? So for us, for my base, we have a standby shift, right? Which is, no. We have one person on night shift, right? So one person is working the night shift by themselves, right? Not really too sure what time that is. I think like 3 to 11, 3 to 10, something like that. And then we have one person on standby, right? And standby is, you know, you got a phone and you're on standby, as in it's the middle of the night, whatever, nobody's there, they call the phone, you gotta come in within like 15 minutes or something and handle what's going on, right? So it's a 24/7 job, right? You know, because never know what aircrew might need. You never know what needs to be done, whatever. So, speaking on aircrew, right? So we work on all the equipments, or on heavies. I work on all the equipment for aircrew that are on heavies, right? Pilots and loadmasters, right? This is where it gets different, right? So all the equipment you would work on the fighter side is just ejection stuff, like one person based, right? Just the pilot. So hit the pilot's mask, the pilot's seat, parachute, the pilot's you know, other things, right? The pilot's survival vest, the pilot's G suit, right? We don't touch G suits because heavies pilots don't wear G suits; they just wear the flight suit. So, you know, that's where you'll notice the differences, little differences, but overall it's kind of similar. You know, helmets, masks, parachute, survival equipment. It's just different ones, right? So, yeah. What else can I throw in? One of the big pluses of our career field is the TDY opportunities, right? So especially on the fighter side, like I said, but we'll see where the heavy side can take me. But you know, for the most part, everybody that's in this career field, all my tech school instructors, they've all talked about going to cool places: Las Vegas, Alaska, Guam, Australia, Norway. You know, what other places? Other places in the States too, just, you know, for like a week or two. Which, you know, I think it's cool. You know, you get out, you leave for a little bit, you get to see a different little city, a different base, different way how other bases operate, other parts of the country or world are like, right? And it's all paid for, you know, you make a little bit of bread too. So that, our job does deploy quite a bit, you know, because we're with aircrew deploy, so we do deploy quite a bit to where, you know, so yeah, it's not too bad of a career field, honestly. You know, there's just pros and cons with every job. This job, I say the pros are, you know, travel opportunities, and it's not hard. Some cons, might get repetitive, but you know, it's easy, so it's not bad. You go in, you show up, work, get off, do your own thing. So yeah, I would recommend it. I wouldn't highly recommend it. You know, there's probably cooler career fields like medical, which is a job that I wanted. You know, I think PA is a cool job. You go around taking photos and write stories. You know, there's obviously, you know, everybody can fit into any type of job, or everybody has their own taste or interest of what type of job they want, right? So if you get this, it's not a bad job. Don't be you know, scared or discouraged or whatever. But obviously, I would also recommend fight for the job that you want. But yeah, like I said, you know, you got this job. It really is not something not to look forward to. Put it that way. So yeah, so that's it. Aircrew flight equipment, AFE. If you end up coming out here to Dias or whatever, and you're working out here on the C-130s, you know what I'm saying? You might see me. But we also have bombers, so if you're working on that side too, that's a whole different ball game. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Any other questions y'all got, I'll just answer them in the comments regarding to AFE, aircrew flight equipment, regarding to jobs. But yeah, that's another one. El Marco TV. Oh, patches. You know, you got your patches, right? Air mobility, which is what you'll get if you're like on a heavy space. The other ones you'll get, like, you know, if you're going overseas, you'll get like Pacific Air Forces or European Air Force or something like that. And then your squadron patch, right? Flag, rank, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Yep. Alright. Y'all be smooth. Take it easy. Catch me on the next one. Peace.